Good evening to all of you. In fact, let me share. I thought it's a normal event where usually I go. And after coming here, I was spellbound because each eminent personality whom we meet usually in their offices and they are here, each one is a master in their field, knows everything. That is the reason I thought there is no point in having my speech which is on my paper, I straight junked it. Straight junked it. In fact, I was thinking, like Arjuna, how he has gone to the Kurukshetra, when he saw all eminent people on the other side, how we are spellbound, I am in the same position. But however, first of all, thanks for the opportunity given to Karur Vysya Bank. So we interact a lot with the entrepreneurs in Coimbatore because Karur, our central office, is literally in the backyard of Coimbatore. And we have every setup here. When we interact, what we find from every entrepreneur is, as a bystander, I can just share. So each one of you are literally full of passion and literally personification of the knowledge what you are supposed to have. That way, and above all, coupled with that, down to earth, the humility with which each one of you never show off. These are the great qualities what we find in the industrialists and entrepreneurs of Coimbatore. So we feel so happy while dealing with them. Whenever I interact with many of the companies, the next generations, whoever are coming, so they'll be sitting next to the father. I observe them. They will not open their mouth. 10 minutes, they'll be observing me, how I am talking to my father, whether I have some knowledge of these things and all. Once they get the confidence, they'll start interacting. And the way they interact, altogether, their way of approach is different. They talk about digital, how they have to be relevant after 10 years, not looking at now. What is the competition, whether we can sustain. All these things much, much better than the earlier generations, what they were thinking. These boys and the girls, they think of that. That gives you immense confidence saying that that particular company or an organization is in a safe footing. So one good thing is they are willing to change. They are willing to change. So change is not painful. Our resistance to change is painful. That's the only painful part. So when I look at this one, today, when this Coimbatore Next has come, it is having a deeper introspection of what is our strengths as well as what is our weakness too. So always having a feeling and resting on our oars is good. But other thing is, over a period of time, we may be marginalized if we are actually not looking at our shortcomings. So this is a real eye-opener. I felt so happy when to see that. So talking about the shortcomings, how we need to overcome. In English, we have a saying, sharpen the saw. If someone has to cut a tree, more than 60% of the time they have to spend on sharpening the saw. So when I was talking to the organizers, they have told me the entire process for the last 1 year they have been working, and the process is going to run for a few more years. So which shows it is not just a 2 days or 1 week back prepare this one and all. So much of hard work has gone into that, which shows their determination to change, actually how to take it forward. So we also have a saying, God is like Wi-Fi. God is like Wi-Fi, available everywhere. But we need the correct password. What is the correct password? Correct password is the faith towards the God. If you have a faith, you can connect to the God. Likewise, business is everywhere, but we need the correct password. If we have the correct password, we can connect ourselves to the business and all. So I felt that, so with the Coimbatore Next initiative, what all has been brought, it will bring the correct password for leapfrogging Coimbatore to the next level. With this, Coimbatore will become definitely unstoppable. Unstoppable. Next thing I would like to share is the digital part. When I interact with the youngsters, whoever are there in various firms, they talk many things about the digital, artificial intelligence, machine learning, these things and all. Last week, I just want to share, I was in Chennai. I was talking to a set of people who are dealing with the BFSI. I asked them what is the value you can add. They have around 800 data scientists with them. Out of their 1,200 staff members, 800 are data scientists working exclusively on the AI and ML. Then they said they have told many things. One thing which was actually fascinating was they told, suppose your collections, what all are happening. Let us say you have around 40 lakh people and these loans, what all to be collected. The moment the data comes, system segregates and it gives a persona to each of the customer. They'll identify this customer has this habit and how we need to be called, how we have to be recovered, all these things. Then that way they say 30% of the customers need not be touched at all. You are unnecessarily wasting time on them. And rest of the people, what you need to do. They have created such a bots in 14 languages. The bot will call the customer. The bot will say good morning. The customer says vanakkam. The bot will automatically change the language to Tamil. Seamlessly. Other side, they will not even know. They will get a feeling so seamlessly the customer service representative has changed. So that is not so. The bot is changing into 14 languages and it will continue the discussion for 20 minutes. Other side will not be knowing that the bot is speaking to them. So this way they are working so many things on AI and ML. When the boys, they talk about how they need to use the digital and all, you feel more enthused. So now, as a banker, so I have a small suggestion to all those, because when we need to move forward, we need to take to the next level. While our focus will be on the business and the goals and all, some points which we cannot ignore are, one is the corporate governance. The corporate governance is key. And while we will be focusing on the business and all, few others are handling this, we need to have an eye on that particular topic continuously. Likewise, the risk management. The various risks are there. It differs from organization to organizations. Whichever risk we can perceive, we can visualize, those things we need to keep an eye, and whether are we properly managing or not. Third thing is on the transparency in the accounting. So while we get a feeling saying that what all is happening, our people who are supposed to handle these things, are they taking care of these things or not? We need to look at these things. So if these three fundamental principles which act as a pillars, as a foundation for any organization, then constructing a superstructure would not be a problem. It will go to any level. So I once again compliment Mr. Prashant and his entire set of team for doing such a wonderful job and bringing such a nice presentation. So it shows the depth of their thinking and the homework they have done. And as a banker, we will be always with them to support, because there are many similarities between KVB and CII. We also have launched a similar concept of KVB Next, one year back, to how to make the bank more digital. So in the process, what we did, end to end, suppose someone requires a home loan, they need not sign a paper at all. So end-to-end digitalization, we have done that, and likewise experience also how they need to get. I am happy to share, a bank like KVB, today, 94% of our transactions pass through digitally. 94%. So that way, so there are many similarities. We know the industries well. Our people interact with them so well and all. Any sort of requirement or support in taking the Coimbatore to next level, we are always there. I once again thank everyone for giving the opportunity. All the best.